What are the things that are these horror stories just, that you've seen clients run into?
Funeral home negligence, bunch of things, ranging from just, minor mix-ups to crazy things, right? Minor mix-ups is the service isn't ready on the time it's supposed to be, or the embalming isn't done by the day that it's supposed to be done. And so they try to, postpone or move things. A little bit crazier, a little bit more intense is you'll have, somebody get cremated before people had a chance to say goodbye. Right? It is horrible. Sometimes you'll get somebody get cremated that wasn't supposed to be cremated. That's a lot more horrible.
Yep.
We've seen cases where the embalming just looks like it was done by somebody that has no idea what they're doing. So the person doesn't actually look like the person that was supposed to be.
So you're
embalmed.
at the viewing and you're
like, who's that in the casket?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of mix-ups. There's people that have had open caskets with somebody else's remains pulled out. There's been people that receive the wrong ashes after they've been cremated. They have somebody else's name tag in them. So funeral homes really do or can do a lot of negligent things. They can mess things up pretty badly. And we've seen a lot of different things, and you name it.
So I would say first, before we get into the collectability aspect, the one thing I would want to put a pin in is, what do you do if you suspect any of these things, right? You're standing over the casket and you're looking. Most people hopefully have not experienced many funerals, right? So you might be looking and going, well, this embalmment doesn't look anything like my loved one, but is that what it's supposed to be? So I would say that, if you are feeling something could be wrong, right? Say something, right? Is that kind of the
document? Okay. It's very, at least in my culture, it's not, typical that people would take pictures at a funeral, right? That's not, that's not something you want to photograph. But if something is so bad that you're like, oh my God, this is horrible, take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Because, make a video of it, because later it's going to be he said, she said. Write a text message, write an email. Writing a text message or an email does work, but then somebody responds and says it wasn't that way. And now it's still he said, she said. So if you see something that's like horrible, take a picture in the moment. That's the number one thing you can do.
I think it's just empathetically to think about the fact that, hopefully most people have not experienced many funerals in this situation. Hopefully, and probably when they're in this situation, you're so emotional already with everything that's going on. I imagine it's hard to trust your gut. It's hard to know what to do in those situations. And so, I don't know that somebody even has the presence of mind to watch something like this before, this God forbid moment, right? Where they're burying somebody and prepare themselves, right? But you really need to, because, if you have that preparation, you're going to have the things in place to do the things that will help you potentially collect and get justice if there's a situation.